Hey everyone, it's Rita with Everything Homemade, and I am excited today because we are going to be doing some sourdough baking. On this channel, you'll see gluten and gluten-free baking. I love to show both sides of it in my two-step, very simple technique that just will revolutionize the way that you bake sourdough. I like keeping things simple. So anybody at any level can do it, and you know what? Your results are absolutely amazing. Before we dive into today's recipe, I really want to just make you aware I do have a gluten and gluten-free sourdough masterclass on my website. All you have to do is head to the main page, click enroll, and follow the links to enrollment. Man, this enrollment is for life, and I have over 200 videos on this topic showing you tons of recipes, and you get to learn gluten and gluten-free. So therefore, if you've got friends over that are gluten-free, you can go that way with sourdough, or if your family is split and you want to do gluten and gluten-free, you can do it. So this is such an awesome way to really learn how to do sourdough my easy way. So head to the website for that. Also, I am a cookbook author. I do have a cookbook called Everything Whole Wheat Sourdough. You can order that as an ebook or paperback. I also wrote Everything Stevia. This is such an in-depth book about stevia. You learn how to grow it, harvest it, dry it, make your own stevia extract, and then 150 more recipes in there just using that stevia extract that I showed you how to make. So if you are interested in Everything Stevia, the cookbook as a paperback or ebook, everything, you guys, is on the website. So check it out at everything-homemade.com. Okay, I am so pumped right now. I just can't wait to get my hands into the dough. Let's get into today's recipe. So we are going to make croissants, and I am going to blow your mind on how simple it is with this unique technique that I have. You won't be spending hours and hours folding and rolling and folding and rolling trying to get all those layers. With this special technique, you're going to achieve beautiful layers, and it's going to be flaky and soft and buttery, everything you want in a croissant without spending hours in the kitchen. So let's start by mixing those critical ingredients for that 24-hour soak. The first ingredients we're going to add in is actually a half a cup of water and a half a cup of milk at room temperature. So let's add that into our bowl. To that, I'm going to add in a quarter of a teaspoon of butter, 2 tablespoons of honey, or 1 tablespoon of stevia, or a quarter of a cup of granulated sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, and let's give this a nice little mix. Then I want to add in my active starter, and we want 2 tablespoons of active starter. Couple tablespoons in there. Mix it up. Okay. Nice little quick feed. And get that mixed in there. And now 3 cups of flour. And of course, I'm using whole wheat. So 1 cup, 2, 3. Now, let's knead this dough for 4 minutes. Okay, time is up. Done kneading. We've got a beautiful soft dough. And we're all done here. So now you need to cover your bowl, let it sit on the counter for 24 hours out of direct sunlight. Okay, it's time to make these croissants. So first thing, actually, you need some melted butter. It needs to be at room temperature, the butter. So have about 1/3 of a cup. You can melt it, or you can have it as spreadable butter too, whichever way works well. You need a rolling pin, you need a plate, and you need a knife. So let's do this. Take your covering off. Just lightly flour your surface. You don't need much flour, but just have it lightly covered. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take this dough and make a long log out of it, about 19-20 inches long, something like that. So now I want to cut this log into about 9 pieces. If you get a few more pieces, it doesn't matter, but you're about 1.5 to 2 inches in thickness, something like that. This isn't, you don't have to be so exact. 9, 10, 11 pieces, it doesn't matter, but somewhere around that number is what we're looking at. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have 11 pieces here. Okay, set all these pieces aside and start with the first one. So what we need to do here is we need to grab our plate and just lightly flour the top of your plate, just like that. Set that plate aside now for a moment. Okay, I want you to just give this a 5-second knead, and now we need to roll it out. And I'm actually going to just use my smaller rolling pin here. Okay, so we want to roll it out in a circle form. The best we can. You do not need this to be perfect. The key here is thin and as big as you can go with your circle. So we're about 6 inches in diameter here. So now we need to pick this up. It comes up pretty nicely. It's a really nice dough to work with. Now you need to grab your plate and you need to put your first circle on. Just like that. You could just roll out all your circles. I'm just going to do it in layers here so I can show you a little bit better. So you got your first one on. Then you take some butter and you spread the butter on it. Be liberal about it. Don't go skimpy on the butter. Because what we're doing here is we're making layers. The important layers. Okay, set that aside. If you spilled some butter like I did here, just tidy it up. Okay, next one. Let's repeat. Okay, let's do it. Pick it up, grab that plate again, put it over the first one, like so. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, does not matter. Put the butter on. Okay, next one. Okay, a little bit more here. Okay. And we put this one on. Okay, so the last one here, you do not butter the top. You just put it on. And now you just want to take a tea towel and you just want to put it over so it doesn't dry out the top layer. And you just need this dough to relax. It's not going to rise a lot, it just needs to relax for 15 minutes. Now 15 minutes is up. Take your towel off. Now what you want to do is take your stack off the plate. So I like to just kind of squish in the ends and then lift it up and put it back on your work surface. And basically just kind of squish the ends in. Okay, we're not kneading this dough or anything like that. We're just making a circle just like so. Now we're going to roll it out into a big thin circle, about 1/4 of an inch in thickness. So let's roll. And now what you want to do is eyeball it up, make a line all the way down. Cut it. Okay, now do the same thing across. Wonderful. And then again, across. So you can keep going and make as small make as small as triangles as you want. I'm going to go again. It just depends on how big your croissants you want to make. There you go. Now get a cookie sheet. Line it with parchment paper. Like that. And let's start making these. Hey, take the end and start rolling. And just make sure you cut it all the way through. Mine was starting to lift up. Make sure it's cut all the way through. There you go. Then you just turn it in. I kind of like to flatten the ends a little, give that characteristic croissant look. Straighten this out a little bit. There you go. One made. Put it on your cookie sheet. Okay, let's do another one. I'm making my cute size, bite-sized croissants. So it's looking like that so far on my cookie sheet. Okay, there you go. Once you got them all rolled up, now you're going to cover it one more time, let it relax for 15 minutes, and then we get to bake them. So let's set that aside, put a 15-minute timer right now, and then we're going to do just a little prep work. So while we're waiting for that 15 minutes to be up, preheat the oven to 375 Fahrenheit. Get that preheating. And then let's make the wash that we're going to put on top. So we need 1 egg yolk. Just separate this egg here. There we go. Okay, let's set that aside. And we need 1 tablespoon of milk. This can be dairy, this can be vegan milk, it doesn't matter. And now let's just whisk that together. Okay, so now just set this aside. And while I'm waiting, I'm just going to clean up my workstation. So I'll see you back in about 11 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes is up. And now let's put that wash on. So you can whisk it up a little bit again. And now just spread it on top. Gives it a nice golden brown color when they come out. Okay, so now get these into the oven for 30 minutes. Take a look! They're done. Don't they look awesome? They're really hot. Okay, look at that. Oh, so soft. Oh yeah. Okay, just give them a couple of minutes to cool off, and then I'll break one apart for you. So I'm just going to transfer these to a wire rack. Woo! I could use a flipper, couldn't I? Woo! Okay. So like I said, let's give these 2 to 5 minutes to cool down, and then I'll open one up for you to show you all the layers. These are still a little hot, but I'm impatient. I really want to show you the inside of them. So let's take one of these beauties. Oh, they're so soft. Look at that. So soft. But got this really nice crust on the outside, but then they're soft. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now watch. See that? You see all those layers? See all these layers? Look, I can peel it. Oh, hot, hot. Look at that. See that? It's beautiful. Again, look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? So now you can do the same thing as we did with biscuits. You can take a bowl, put a little towel in there, and just put these in, just like that. And serve them warm with your meal. Look at that. Doesn't that look so nice? Okay, enjoy your croissants.